shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece, that mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ratted. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't pound us around me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bumpy. What is up? I'm ready for war. You got to love it like black, yeah. And it feel like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, yeah. Whole squad like, what? And it feel like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah. And it feel like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, yeah. Whole squad like, yeah. And it feel like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, yeah. You don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want.
Yeah. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel, get a bird's eye view.
All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. As their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the New England Patriots. This one taken just inside the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Ready. HC Gator. Recon, 132 fight. For you. Big dance. Come.
Is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 11 at the 27.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a second and 11.
Watch out. Topper. Hustle. Go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Steps away. And avoids the contact by sliding. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They're going to try and throw. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
Every play is supposed to get a player's best effort. But on fourth down, that really increases the stakes, doesn't it? What about that catch?
Heck of an effort picking up the first.
And now that team has to be motivated going forward. They just saw a great effort there. They want to make sure it pays off.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going.
And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Gano the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Makes the score Niners 7, Patriots nothing.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Time to go, night.
Murray now on first down. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
It's our time. It's our time.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And an alley to run. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Murray now on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's going to be caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A big play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. Zerline good with a PAT. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On second down, here's Barkley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a first down. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
Nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
A first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from down in Arizona. And it's the NFC champs, the Falcons, that have moved out to an early advantage. Mitch Trubisky, an early touchdown pass in that one. These two teams all tied after one. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They're going to look to throw. Can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you. And he's going to go down again. Vontez Perfect. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays.
Check the backer, check the backer.
Now back to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. So make some room next to Tom Dempsey on the NFL's all-time field goal distance leaderboard. That's going to go down officially as a 63-yarder.
Let's not forget about David Akers, Jason Elam, and Sebastian Janikowski, too. So now Matt Prater is 64, has got a little bit of company up near the top spot. That was one heck of a kick right there.
6-man. Check curls, check curls, check curls.
First down, Murray. And a quick throw here, that's complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. He had his eyes on 200 yards last week, earned an AFC Offensive Player of the Week. And he was really, really good. Fun to watch back in tape with you.
It was fun to watch, wasn't it? He's trying to have the same type of a game in this one. But what was fun watching was how he read the defense. No matter what they presented, he had an answer for it, and that's why he was open during that game.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Here we go. Now to work. Right foot forward. Army, army. Army, army. 22, jet, cover. 22, jet, cover.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Throwing on first down is Murray. And it's incomplete. Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target. That'll bring up second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. So second down, still 10 yards to go, ball on the 43. Back to the air on second down, it's Murray. He's going to go for a big play, and that's caught inside the 30. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 36 yards on the play.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. From the pistol, here's Elliott, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7 our score. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through. And he keeps fighting his way into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. It's a 10-yard touchdown run. And once again, the Patriots are back out in front. That's one of those long drives where not only do you score, but you really tire out the defense, too.
That's a great point because now they've been on the field for a long time. Them going to the bench, trying to make adjustments, trying to figure things out, but they'll do so fatigued.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. On second down, it's Jackson. Dre Kirkpatrick, the cornerback, up to make the stop.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on third down. Looking to throw. This is caught by Jackson. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 23 yards on the play.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. read the pressure, and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that fields, and he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Noah Fant, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the 49ers have retaken the lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now 17-14. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know. Check your hot read.
Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
That would have been a great catch, but real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
You better bring it. 57 to Mike. 50.
Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
To the ground and incomplete. It's 4th down.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Oh, nice move. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway.
Let's go. Let's go. Running. 6 yards. Mike 54. Let's go, D. Let's go. Right there, 54.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he'll be out right at the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Shotgun now from Murray. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And this is incomplete, but a flag back at the line of scrimmage. And this could be a first down. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's first and 10. After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a second and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down. That fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's second and 3. Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a group.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now Barkley stripped of the football, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Second down, Murray sets to throw. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10.
Any day. Joker, 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 joker. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. Any weapon. Let's 57. Set up.
From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And it's caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
To throw is Murray. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Credit that breakup to Greedy Williams.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
And Zerline's kick is good. And that will tie things at 17 all. They had it first and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll find Metcalf. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 39 yards there, a big one.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun. Pretty nice aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. It's a good pickup on the ground of 7 yards, and time has run out on this 3rd quarter. Back now in Foxborough. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. They'll go to Barkley again. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Chris Jones in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And he will take it on out to the 20-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Elliott. And an alley to run. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Ready?
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
On 2nd down, here's Murray. He finds Randall Cobb on the completion. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. New England on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. And now for him on the season, that is his 80th catch, and the result is a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's Murray from midfield. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
You go tight. You got tight right there.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Murray sets to throw on 4th. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. Boy, an incredibly aggressive move to go for it there. Game tied 4th quarter. You got to be surprised.
I am, and I know that we're in a new era of football where we look at the analytics sometimes, and a lot of time the analytics tell you to go for it, right? But do the analytics take into account game situation, where we are, all those things? In this situation, I thought it was an incredibly aggressive play.
It didn't work out, and again, tie game 4th quarter makes this thing a little bit more interesting. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Saquon Barkley, and he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll look to throw here on first down. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Jeffrey Simmons in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Jonathan Allen in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. They'll set up to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. They're all through now in that game in Tampa. And it was the Bucs coming away victorious there. Marcus Mariota, 3 touchdown passes to help lead the way. Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up first and 10. Murray to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Derek Wolfe in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Dancing to his left. Oh, now Murray has it stripped. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. Extending the arm.
Oh, yes, it works.
And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a first and goal right at about the 6-yard line. So it all comes down to the right foot of Graham Gano. He made his only attempt earlier. This for the win. And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year, but he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular.
S-T-R-O. Yeah.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm out of my business. I ain't getting paid with you. Yo, my color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support, bruh. Lifting up. Never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winter side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. If you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, taste of the dreams. What I do? Lace up the shoes. Leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's.